Hi guys, Alicia here. I wanted to make a quick video on a couple of things that have really kept me organized. And I keep everything written down as far as my upcoming projects and client list, all that stuff, on my blog. And most of it is public. So the reason why I have this public is that when I have a client list, if you decide to have a waiting list, um, your clients get to look at your calendar and see where they are, so they're not emailing you, before their project begins. They know the time that they're booked off for, and they know approximately when to expect you to be finished with their design, as well as how busy you are with other clients also at this during the same time period. So it keeps people understanding that you're busy and that their project isn't the only one that you're currently working on, if that's the case. So it helps keep them informed, and the more informed they are, I feel the more patient they are and the more understanding as far as getting back to emails. It reassures them that after they've paid, you have marked off this time and are working on their projects, even if you don't speak to them on a daily basis during that time frame. So that's why I like to keep this project calendar running on my website, and I keep it on the same page as my booking availability, and I upgrade this as about monthly. I have to go in and change this date up here, but I just updated this because I booked up for next month. So now, oop, my little boy's here with me. So now, I will go in and I'll tell them, if I'm booked up for the next month. I'm not taking any more orders currently for September, but I will be booking into October. So it gives them a time frame that they can see and they can budget for. And some people want to book sooner because they see that there is a waiting list. So that's kind of the usually how it goes. People see there's a waiting list, so they want to order right away, so they don't have to wait longer for their design. But this keeps them up to date on when I am accepting new clients and when I'm booked up. So um, it also keeps track for me, my client list. So on the front of my site, um, the booking availability page is really helpful, but on the front of my site, as soon as a client books their project, the thing that I do first is um, he's so chatty today. Shh, honey. Okay. On the front page, as well as on your sidebar, you can have it on your sidebar on your blog if you have a separate blog page and a separate front page. But I put a text widget in the sidebar of my WordPress blog, client projects in progress. As soon as a client pays for their project, I write them down in order. It's first come, first serve, in order of who's coming up next in my queue, and I publish that on my front page. So that does a couple of things. When people come visit my page, they see how many projects I have currently in line. If they want something done yesterday, they're probably going to leave my site because they're wanting something done really soon. But there are some people who look at this and they really like to see a client waiting list because they see that you're in demand. So this will attract and deter at the same time. I find this very valuable because if people see that you're busy or they have, you have clients booking, um, I think it makes people feel comfortable going through you because they see that other people are booking as well. So they feel comfortable doing that transaction and getting on that waiting list. For me, it's really helpful because when I have more than one or two projects going at the same time, I may forget my client's name or forget something that may have been smaller, like an edit or something like that. So as soon as I collect payment, I put them on here, and then I go through this daily, remind myself who has what. If I have a block of time, maybe that I'm waiting for one of my clients to get back to me on a proof, I may go through my list and see if there's something that I can do in the meantime. So it gives me a really good visual as far as the things that I have upcoming and the things that I need to be working on as far as time frames and deadlines go. So I think that keeping something like this on your homepage is something really smart to do, and it will add to your orders coming through if your business is anything like mine. Okay, so those are two things that I find really, really helpful. And keeping a link to your booking availability right next to your project, your client project, has made the most sense for me, and people who come to my site see both in the same area. So if you can do something like that, maybe you can put it in a footer or something, wherever on your site makes sense. But have it a clickable link and information on how to book a project if they want to book. So right here, if you have questions, would like a quote, or would like to book a project, contact me. The contact me page link is right here. So on your booking availability, always have a link to contact you or information on how to order also. It doesn't really do much good to have a booking availability page and have someone wondering how they can order through you. Okay, so the plugin that I use for this WordPress calendar is a really easy one. They have some fancy calendars and event calendars. There's things that your clients can even, book their own slot on your website. I find that the simpler, the better for me, at least. I don't like to give clients the freedom of putting in their own name or anything like that. So I found a really simple calendar, and I will tell you the name of it. Let's see. These are all the plugins I have currently. I'm probably going back and forth over it. My calendar right here. My calendar is what I use. So if you go to plugins and then you search for new plugin, type it my calendar, and that's the one that you're seeing here. I've used Google Calendar. I've used a couple other things. It just depends on what you like, what works for you. But this one's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and it fits nicely within the page. All it is a short code. So when you install the plugin, you just want to make a page, call it whatever you want to call it, and then the short code, I'll go in here and edit page so you can see the short code that your plugin will give you. Down here, whoop, right here, my calendar. If you just copy and paste that right into whatever page that you want that to go to, it will automatically load that calendar in there for you, and then just push publish or update. And then when you view it live, you'll see your calendar. And if you want to add an event, it's really simple. Just click add event on the top here. And what I do is I put my client's name, first name, and then last initial in the event title right here. I leave the description blank, but beside the name I'll put a quick memo on what they ordered, maybe custom character or custom blog header, just so I'll remember. And then down here, click this would be the start date. Your calendar will pop up. You click on the date that you're planning on starting that project, and then you can do all day event, or leave the time blank, and then click this one, the end date, and then select the end date of that project. Usually I'm 7 to 10 business days for the first proof, so I'll block off maybe a week if it's a big project. If it's a smaller project, I might click off 2 days. And that's not set in stone, but it gives it a visual on this calendar at least. So when I do book more projects, I give myself enough time in between in case there's a day or two for editing. Okay, So I hope you find that helpful, and I obviously I'm here if you have any questions. So let me know if you have something that's really been working for you to stay organized. Please share it with your fellow students and me in the Pickle Jar Facebook group. I would love to hear about them. Bye, guys.